Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Geeks Are Sexy. I'm Jason LeDuc, your host on the fourth Friday of every month, talking about business and how to be successful with your business here in Las Vegas. It is hot here this week. It is very hot today. It's not the hottest day of the year. That was yesterday, but we're going to leave that behind, and we've got some great guests for you today to hopefully let you cool down, sit in the pool, have an ice cream, and enjoy talking to our guest today. We have Shatoya Stressing from KMB Communications, and we're going to talk to Michelle Davis, who you know from watching this show on other weeks, and we're going to be talking about one of her new ventures and kind of work through some of the concepts of starting a new business, starting a new venture on the show. But first, I have my good friend Lucy Cantley with me. We were in the MBA program at UNLV together. You're a relatively new mom. You've got a one-year-old, and you have started, if that weren't enough, she started a new business where she's helping women entrepreneurs develop the revenue streams and develop those strategies to really be successful and grow their businesses to new heights. So welcome, Lucy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us about who you are. Tell us about how you came from Cambridge, England, because that's where you grew up, right?
Yep.
Tell us about how you made it all the way from Cambridge, England to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
So, born and raised in Cambridge, England, and I met my husband. He's actually Air Force, and he was stationed in England. And so I took the leap and decided that I was going to move to the US. And we were in Panama City, Florida for a bit. I dabbled in corporate, never quite sort of found my footing, got very frustrated with poor management and just...
There's a lot of that.
Yes, there is a lot of poor management.
It's why I started my business, so...
And so we moved to Las Vegas, and I decided after another kind of just corporate job that I wanted to go back to school and get my MBA. And through that, I sort of immersed myself in this entrepreneurial community, connected with a lot of investors, and sort of started working with like tech startups, and then realized that actually that was a very high stress area, and I like to have a bit more control and influence over what I'm able to do to move a business forward. And when you're talking about tech startups, like there's a lot of other factors at play, and you can be great at what you do and still fail miserably. Yeah,
tech startups are a whole different world. It's a whole different kind of leadership, and you've got investors, and you've got a lot of chefs stirring the pot when you're doing a tech startup.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's great. It provides great guidance, great disruption, and great forces great ideas to come together, and then sometimes it's not so great. It depends on the team involved, like most businesses do. So tell us, what kind of businesses do you get excited about? What kind of entrepreneurs do you get excited about working with? What's that mix of the team you like to work with, or what's that mix of the team you like to build around you?
So when I finished my MBA, I was pregnant, and I immersed myself in this community of online entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs who were moms. And I was really inspired by this group and decided that this was a niche that I wanted to work with.
Okay.
I felt like I could be totally supported in my journey of becoming a mom, as well as being able to help these women with the skills that I had. So I really like to work with women who have an online presence, who have an existing revenue stream. So, for example, I've got a coach, a lawyer, I've got somebody else, well, like various different types of coaching, mindset coach, business coach, physical trainer, but they've got this existing revenue stream, and then they've reached this point where they're tired of trading time for money.
Okay.
And so they want to add passive income. And the best way to do that is by adding courses, programs, a group element, a membership site. And so I help them tackle that, because that can be a really overwhelming and really stressful project when they just want to be doing the thing that they're good at.
So what you're looking to do is help them monetize their knowledge, monetize their knowledge and experience, put that out there so they can have a passive income stream that comes from that while still doing the things where they can get excited about every day as well.
Ultimately, they're just serving more people. They're able to take their skills and their secret sauce and spread it across more people.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of business coaches out there, and they aren't doing exactly what you're doing, but there's a lot of people out there, and I know you're kind of going through not a rebranding, but a refining of your brand. Tell us about what your strategy is. What are you branding yourself as? What do you want the world to know about you and your brand and what you bring to the community?
Yeah. So I tell people that I do something a little bit different. I kind of describe myself as a strategist and a project manager. I've used the title business sidekick,
which I loved, but you're getting rid of it. So
I'm dropping it just because I want people to be really clear on what I do. I think that it's a really, like, I still love the foundation of business sidekick. Ultimately, I'm coming in as like director of operations, but that's not a term that is really familiar with my niche. So I came up with business sidekick because they're the hero and I'm joining their team.
Absolutely.
And then I'm supporting them and lifting them up and helping them kick ass.
Absolutely. And not all consultants view their role as lifting someone up. They kind of view their role as, you listen to me and we'll see how far I can take you, right?
And that's the reason, well, one of the reasons why I'm not just a consultant or a coach. I'm an implementer. I like to jump in and get things done and see results, and I like to be especially invested in that. So when people work with me, they're not just getting advice, they're getting someone on their team who's actually doing the work with them.
I think that's so important because I work with my clients in a very similar capacity, and we work really hard on who do you want to bring on your team. When we get to that point, it's very much, let's make sure there's that values match. Let's make sure there's that personality match. So you're bringing someone on your team, and what you're offering someone is, hey, here I am. I'm not here to be your partner. I'm here to be on your team. And that's such a unique way to bring this kind of business acumen, the knowledge and the experience you have to help out these female entrepreneurs who are moms just like you. It's great because there's not a lot of that around. So now, speaking of business acumen and experience, what most of your clients may or may not know about you, and certainly the community at large doesn't know, is you were one of the directors of Rebel Venture Fund. We were both part of a student investment group, angel investing group at UNLV, where the students looked at the deals and made the decisions on what companies we invested in. You were one of the directors. Tell us what you learned as an investor that helps you as a businesswoman and helps you help your clients.
So I just learned so much about how to really analyze business. I'm able to come into my client's business, and the first thing that I do with all of my clients is a strategy session, and we'll audit their business and figure out what's working and what's not working. And that is very much a skill that I picked up through the Rebel Venture Fund.
For sure.
And it's allowed me to have a unique perspective that the clients that I have are not used to having or seeing in their business. They are so deep into what they're doing that they need that outside perspective. So that's one factor. The other thing is that I feel like a lot of business owners don't always think of themselves as investors, but they are.
They're owners,
They're owners. They've invested time and money in their business, and I think
100% of the equity, 100% of the risk as a business owner, right?
So I think sometimes you do have to put on your investor hat and view things from an objective standpoint.
Well, we have a couple of guests joining us on the Facebook Live. My good friend Margaret from Colorado is here, and my good friend Lisa, who I had coffee with the other day. And then Glenn, thank you for joining us as well. If you guys have any questions for Lucy, we've got a little bit of time. Feel free to type them into the window and we'll get them asked. So you talked about putting that investor hat on and using that. Do you see a common theme across some of these business that your investor hat tells you? I know when I look at businesses, I see a couple things, but I wonder if you see common themes.
Sometimes I think that the most common thing for my clients, everyone's multi-passionate. And they just want to do so many different things. And so I come in and I'm able to say, to do this successfully, you need to pick one thing and do it really, really well.
One core competency.
If you're doing too many things, wearing too many hats, it's just creating a lot of stress, and it can create misalignment and burnout, and your audience can get confused. And so I feel like if I was sat listening to a company pitch back in that room we used to use for the Rebel Venture Fund, and they were telling me that they're going to do this and this and this.
And we saw those pitches.
I'm going to think, whoa, this sounds like they're not clear on what they want, they're all over the place, and they're not going to get my money. And so I take that standpoint and sort of use that.
Core competencies are very important. So all you business owners out there or prospective business owners, think about one thing. We got about 30 seconds left. Tell everybody where they can reach you.
Sure. So my website is lucycantley.com. It's under a bit of a revamp at the moment as I refine my brand. But the best place to find me is facebook.com/the Lucy Cantley. I go live every Friday and share some business wisdom, and I'd love for you to join me there.
Well, and we would love you to join us for the next segment. Shatoya Stressing from K&B Communications is going to tell us about her and her partner's business. I'm Jason LeDuc from Evil Genius Leadership Consultants. We'll be right back. All of you guests on Facebook Live, stick around.
Gene Woods Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Woods Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to Geeks Are Sexy. I'm Jason LeDuc, your host on the fourth Friday of every month, talking about business and how to be successful with your business here in Las Vegas. Our next guest is Shatoya Stressing. She's a Las Vegas native, and she knows all the ins and outs of business and working in Las Vegas. And it's a much different environment than you might think if you haven't been here very long or you're watching from somewhere else other than Las Vegas. So she's going to tell us all about the business she has with her partner called K&B Communications and how they can serve you and your business. So Shatoya, welcome. Thanks for being here with us today.
Yes, and Jason, thank you for having me. I'm pretty excited about being on the show today.
I'm glad you were able to make it. We actually had another guest scheduled, had an emergency, wasn't able to come, and Shatoya was gracious enough to join us at the last minute. So thank you very much for pulling my ass out of the fire a little bit and not having to roll an old video like I do in the past. But tell us about growing up here in Las Vegas and how you and your partner met and how you decided to start a business together.
Of course, thank you. Well, I was actually born here in Las Vegas. As a child here, Santa Fe Station in the Rancho station or area was actually the only thing out here. And then Kevin and I actually went to the same elementary school. So
you guys have known each other that long. I didn't know that part of your story. This is fascinating. Go on.
So we actually went to the same elementary school. And then also actually we met after high school. We ran back into each other. I was actually a cocktail server in a bar. And so we ran back into each other when I was like 21. Okay. And then we hit it off from there.
Nice. Very
then
nice.
We decided to go into business with each other. And with that, we just decided to, I actually got introduced to another company. And that company actually showed me, okay, I don't want to clock in for a living, so it did teach me, hey, Shatoya, let's go ahead and get yourself into a business. And then so Kevin actually seen the same opportunity, but with him, he thought let's take K&B Communications to the next level. His father was retiring, so we decided to go ahead and do that. And then with my marketing skills and my computer skills, I ended up joining the force with him.
Okay, cool. So tell us about, what does Kevin do for the company, and what do you do for the company?
So with Kevin's more of like the technical side. He makes sure all the technicians are, their job's done correctly.
Yeah, he's like your lead engineer, right? He goes, Kevin goes and he'll look at the facility, and he'll kind of go, okay, this is kind of what we want. This is the install we want to do, and then he'll line up all the techs, right?
Exactly. And then I'm actually the one out there marketing, or the social media, website kind of stuff, and then also I'm out there networking. That's how I met
that's
you,
how we met. Is we ran into each other at a number of different events over the last year. So we've known each other for a little while. It's been nice. The last few guests we've had on the show, including Lucifer, people I've known for a while, and it's nice to give your friends a boost and give them an opportunity to come on TV and talk. So what does K&B Communications do, and how do you serve the community? How do you help people in the community and other businesses?
Well, K&B Communications is a low voltage company. So we specialize in the installation of data, telephone, security cameras, and surround sound installation. We also work with companies to help provide our customers with competitive quotes when it comes to their brick and mortars for their telephone and internet pricings. We make a difference in our clients' lives by providing them with what they need when it comes to pulling out fires. So let's say their internet comes down or anything like that. We'll make sure we go in there and get that internet back up.
Okay, so you guys have you guys will go do the install and you provide that regular maintenance, but you've got like an on-call service as well, it sounds like.
Right.
So tell me about that. Tell me how you provide that service.
The online services?
The on-call, yeah. Tell me about tell me how you've helped a client who is really in a crisis mode.
Okay. Well, let's say, as I said before, if a customer's services are down, we'll come and make sure that they're back up. Or we actually had a customer whose telephone services and their wirings were all, jacked up. Fire department came in and said, hey, if you don't fix this wiring, you're going to have to shut down.
Okay, and you guys didn't do that wiring,
No.
right? Somebody else did that. They didn't have to go in and fix their own mistake. They had to go in and fix somebody else's mistake.
Exactly. Someone thought that they could do it themselves. So we were actually able to go in and actually reinstall it and make sure that it was up to code.
Okay, and how quickly were you able to get that company up and running again?
That quick. Kevin was actually the one that dealt with the customer, so I don't know exactly how.
Okay,
sorry.
But it wasn't weeks or months. It was
it was
hours to days,
exactly,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you think you might have a problem, they can help you out today.
Exactly.
So now, we were talking over coffee yesterday. It's very different being a business owner than it is being an employee, and I learned that when I came out of the Air Force. I learned that it's very different being a business owner than it is being in the Air Force, and it's very different being an employee. Tell us some of the lessons you've learned from making that change of working corporate, working for somebody else, and then what you've learned about being a business owner and how different that is.
Gosh, so many.
Yeah, we've only got 4 minutes left, so pick your top 3 or something. But
right. So in the beginning, as I would tell everyone, mistakes will happen. It's just something that you kind of have to get through, and let the learning process happen. And another thing that learn from your mistakes, and then also. The mistake I actually made was I quit my job too soon. So, make sure that you have that consistent income coming in before you just quit your job when it comes to running your business. And another thing is your loved ones may not support you. Just don't.
Yeah, that's a really good one, and it's not that what I have found working, and this isn't my own example, but working with other businesses, it's not that your loved ones don't typically support you. So they don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to be disappointed in life, right? And that's a good friend of mine talks about that too a lot, Jordan. Your loved ones don't want you to be disappointed. They don't want to see you fail, and not everyone understands that to get to the good stuff, you kind of do need to fail a little bit. You need to learn from your mistakes, and so don't be too hard on your loved ones if they're like, I don't know if you should do this. Maybe you should go back to school. Maybe you should have a fallback position. Don't be too hard on your loved ones. They're really just looking out for you. Hey, Kyle, glad you're watching. checking in to see Shea Toya. So Kyle from your networking group is here.
Yes.
And that brings me to another question. So one of the things that we've learned together as business owners is how important networking is to business. How do you use networking to help your business, and how can our audience, our business owners watching, how can they use networking to help grow their businesses?
Well, to me, networking is huge and critical for us to build our business. This is actually how I met Jason, was through networking. So for us to build our businesses, we need to be out meeting people and being out in the forces and talking to other business owners so we can meet them, as you never know who they know.
Very true. You never know who that person's going to be who says, hey, I know exactly who you need to be talking to, or I've got someone I've got to introduce you to, because it may not be a business lead, but it may be a great personal connection or a social connection or a strategic partner for you in the future. And speaking of that, you guys are branching out a little bit at K&B. You're gonna take some of your marketing know-how and you're gonna help other businesses with that under that K&B umbrella, but you're going to spin that off a little bit in the future, right? Tell us about what you're doing there and how you're helping other businesses with their marketing.
All right. Thank you, Jason. So pretty much what I'm able to do for other people is help them explain their businesses through video. Sometimes with video or with your business, you might have issues expressing it. So I can actually help them and help them with expressing their videos.
Okay.
Their business.
All right. So you do explainer videos.
Exactly.
So we've got a little bit of time. If you were to do an explainer video for this show, what would we be talking about here?
It depends of what is it. I feel like every business or every your show would be different. So it depends on what you would like to get the point across.
Okay.
So I mean, if you're looking just to market the time and date, then of course I would explain that in either animation or using a little bit of videos.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so if I wanted to say, well, there's a couple things I want to do, because with this show, I like to market my own business. I like to get my own brand out there. But what I like to do is tell my story through telling other people's stories, right? Because we've got so many great business owners who are working hard to grow their businesses in Las Vegas, and those are the stories I want to tell, because I think those are interesting stories. So how could we frame that up in a video?
So with the videos, so just depending on what we can. So with the video, we would just show people that exactly what is it that you're offering, and then do it a quick video. Okay. So I can just show you guys real quick.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Well, we got not quite a minute left. Tell our audience, tell all these people watching on Facebook Live, although we know a bunch of them already, but tell them how they can reach you and Kevin.
All right, well, guys, to contact us, it's our office number is 702-952-2711, and then if you would like to email me, it's sstresing@kandbcom.com. Thank you.
Okay, and we're going to have that up in the show notes. You guys don't have to remember that. You guys will be able to just click on that. Do you guys have a web page? Are you guys on social media?
Yes, we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, Yelp, all that.
So find them there. Search K&B Communications in Las Vegas on social media. I'm Jason LeDuc. We're going to be right back with Michelle Davis.
Gene Woods Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Woods Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to Geeks Are Sexy. We're doing our third interview of the day. And one of the things I love to do is I love to bring you great stories about businesses here in town. But I also want to show off a little bit that as business owners, we help each other out. We coach each other and we help new businesses come along. Now, Michelle Davis is our next guest, and she's no stranger to you guys on this audience, in this audience and on this network, because you're watching here at the same time every Friday and multiple other shows on this network. So she's no stranger to you guys. She's not new to you guys, but she does have a new venture that she's talking about. And so one of the things I'd like to do with this show is bring people on who are thinking about starting a business or have a new business and kind of pull the threads on how do we as business owners help each other make our businesses successful. So if you're a business owner, you're thinking about starting a business, you'd love to be a guest on the show, you want to get your fix and show all your friends, you can go on live internet TV and get a nice little YouTube video out of it for your business later on. Let me know. We'd love to have you on, but we're going to start with Michelle. And Michelle has a new venture she's looking at, and I don't want to sell it short because it's a new kind of concept, but essentially it's a private gym, right?
Yep.
And so why don't you could tell us so much better about what this is, so why don't you tell us what this new venture is?
Okay. Well, thank you, Jason, for having me on your show.
Absolutely.
And for all you guys out there, this is like the best show ever on WCOBM, so, you need to tune in every single month to Jason's show. Every month. Yes. But yes, so my venture is I'm going to have a very elite gym, and it's exclusive, basically personal training and wellness and health and nutrition, and also having a little spirituality and support mixed in at the same time. So as a broadcaster, I've been broadcasting for the last 10 years. It's taken me a while to find my niche in the business world as a broadcaster. Sure. Should I broadcast about sports? Should I broadcast about fashion or rock and roll? And so I kind of went through all of these changes and phases in the broadcasting industry and found that fitness really fit well with me. Not only does it help me as a person learn, and I get to explain things that I'm very passionate about, which is health and nutrition, but also guests that I want to interview, and I want to find out how they made it in the fitness industry, how they evolved in the business world. And being a bodybuilder, you don't really make a living as a bodybuilder. It's more as what you're going to do to improve other people's lives.
It's really much more of a fitness competition, bodybuilding. It's really more of a passion project. It takes dedication, it takes discipline, and at the end of the day, it doesn't pay that well unless you're at the very top tier, right?
Absolutely.
And so a lot of the people, we know a lot of people who do this in Las Vegas, and they really, it's love of the game, right?
Yep.
Right. And I think that's one of my questions for you is, why are you starting this gym? Because when we get down to marketing messages and we start pulling those threads on how do we do those marketing, what are those, the nuts and bolts of what do those social media posts need to be, what do those TV commercials need to be, what do those flyers need to say, it's all going to come back to your why.
Yep.
And you've really kind of encapsulated that, is this fitness is very important to you.
It is.
And and I think that's the sense of what this gym is about. This gym is for people who are in fitness for the love of the game, right? Whether they're competing or not.
Well, and actually, it's going to be a place where people are going to have challenges, and I'm going to be their accountability coach, and I'm going to make sure they're going to live up to their goals. So every single week, we're going to go over and project the goals that they want to accomplish, whether it's weight loss or nutrition or breaking a bad habit or something that they want to focus on, where they know that their mindset needs to change and they need someone to help them do that. And the thing I find that's really captivating with fitness for me is that when I unfortunately lost my sister to breast cancer, I found that having a women's support group, it really, really helps change the person that they couldn't do themselves. And in so many ways, as a woman, women need to come together and empower one another. So I found that, I want to train 3 to 5 women, and I want to be their accountability coach. I would love to do challenges, and I'd love to have the winners win their money back if they win the challenge.
Okay, so now we got a game, folks.
Yep, everybody loves games, and they love a competition. And so I find that if you find something that's fun and exciting, and you can do something where you can change it up a bit, and you can think outside the box and ultimately change your life, that's kind of what I'm trying to come as an approach to not just being a personal trainer or a nutritionist, but actually being an accountability life coach that helps you succeed with the goals that you have in mind, and to benefit that at the best that I can help you with.
Well, I've been able to watch you grow with this over the last year since we've got to know each other, and as you got into fitness competition,
you saw me right
at the beginning,
when I began, the pinnacle point,
right at the beginning, and you're articulating so well what I think was a nebulous why for you a year ago.
And you helped me with that so much.
We had a lot of coffees last summer.
Well, you really broke it down, and you were able to ground me on where I needed to basically look like a spider web in business on all the different projections that I needed to take seriously, whether it was, okay, I need to maybe look in this area to improve my game, or maybe help the aspects of my clients in this direction. And so as a business leader, you really, really helped me kind of hone in on that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's again why I'm here, why I do this show. And we were all sorry last year to hear about your sister, but we had a wonderful celebration of life for her last weekend right here at the studios, and there was such an amazing turnout. I had to leave early, but
thank you for being there.
Such an amazing turnout, and so many people from our community who never even got to meet your sister who were here for you and your mom.
Hey, if you guys like the show, give a thumbs up, show your love. We love that you guys are here on Facebook with us. Hey, Lisa, I know there's so many people here that I want to say hi to.
Yeah, there's we're getting a really good turnout today on the Facebook Live, and so if you have any questions for Michelle, please do the thumbs up. We love to have that. But if you have any questions for Michelle, feel free to type them in. We'll use the time to answer your questions. I mean, I got a bunch, but we can talk all the time.
Yeah, hey Scott, I sent you some emails of my competition pictures. Did you get any of those? Maybe we can show our audience.
So you got them, throw them up there. We can keep talking while pictures are rolling up on the screen.
Yeah, so again, Jason, you've really helped me kind of look at all of the things in business that I need to take seriously. So for me, it's opening up my own elite gym.
Yeah, absolutely.
And making it in a way where I can change women's lives in my life, but also not be evil or greedy.
Right. Well, we don't believe in that here. We love money because it gives us freedom and opportunities, but we also like to share the wealth. There's some of those pictures. So I think you are on the left in this picture.
Yeah, the one on the left was March 11th, and the one on the right was March 31st.
Okay. Oh, so those are two pictures of you. So.
Yeah,
okay.
Those are two different competitions. And so my plan now is to do
that's the B side. That's the reverse.
And so my plan now is to go through what is called a bulking phase, where I'm gaining about 15 pounds. I'm eating tons of vegetables, tons of fruit, tons of whole grains, lots of nuts and oil. And I'm going to come back with just a little more fullness in my legs, in my back, and in my arms.
That looks great.
So it's a tiny little difference that honestly no one else would be able to tell except me, but I was able to win my class in the last competition, so that's something I'm really looking forward to going pro next year. Thank you. So yeah, if I could help change other women's lives and at the same time change mine in a way where it's humbling, it's not egotistical. So this is my challenge. This is my little flyer, and
okay, great.
I'm looking for 3 to 5 women. If you're interested and you live in Las Vegas, I have some great products for you to try. I'm going to be your accountability coach every week, and this is something that's brand new for me. So my phone number, please give me a call. It's at the bottom of the screen, and also my email as well. So I'm diving into this full-heartedly with my arms open, welcoming any ladies who would like the support of changing their lives, lose some weight, feel great, and have a support team too at the same time.
Well, and one of my questions for you about this that I think we've already gotten to is I wanted to discuss a business concept with you called switching cost, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of gyms out there, big gyms, small gyms, and you're looking for elite people who are looking to challenge themselves, and they probably already have a gym, right? But I think you've really captured that is you're providing this mental, this mindset, this spiritual aspect to what you're going to do with this gym. And so whether it's cost or whether it's why should I change my time or my convenience, I think you've already provided a really great answer to if you're looking for someone who's going to hold you accountable, who's going to challenge you, and that's not happening at your current gym or with the current program you're on. Maybe you're working out at home, maybe you're kind of self-paced because you know enough about this.
Or you want to change it up and look at something different. It's all about kind of quality of life. Your muscles get used to something, or maybe you just kind of are feeling sluggish and you need to change it up. I'm doing the one-on-one kind of gym where you get to play the specific music you like, you get to talk about topics and get it off your chest. We even get to have fun and make some smoothies at the end of our workout if you'd like to do that. It's all about changing your life, doing different habits, and conforming into your lifestyle, into the learning experience, the lifestyle change, and ultimately it kind of comes down to TLC, the acronym of it.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here first. More to follow. When you're ready to open, we're going to have you back, and
cool.
And maybe we'll go do a remote at your grand opening or something.
That would be so fun.
So you gave them all your contact information. That's great. You can always contact us here at the show or at the network to get a hold of Michelle as well. Thanks to Dane and Kendall who are tuning in. Love to have you guys. Stay here because Michelle's going to stay right here. We're going to bring back Lucy and Shaytoya, and we're going to roll into our panel discussion, talk about a few different topics, a little bit broader aspect of things. So thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Gene Woods Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and 3-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Woods Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to Geeks Are Sexy. Thank you to all our Facebook Live visitors who are hanging in with us. If you've got any questions for our guests, feel free to ask them. And this is my favorite part of the show, where we've brought all of our guests back. We're going to have a nice little panel discussion. We're going to talk about some broader topics. We're going to talk more about, instead of the specific businesses, really the lessons that we've learned as business owners and the things that the advice we might have for our audience. So now all of you are business owners. Mm-hmm. All of you are successful women. You're in relationships. You have personal goals too. You're all involved in the community in some way or another. I don't know where you guys find the time. You're much more active than I am. I'm in bed at 10 every night because I can't keep my eyes open anymore. But how do you keep it all going, right? How do you keep all those plates spinning? Michelle, how do you do all the things you do, especially in fitness competition where eating right and sleep and getting enough water every day is so important? How do you keep all this going?
Honestly, it's sleep. That's the one thing. I took a nap this afternoon, and I kind of woke up in a daze, but at the same time I'm like, oh, that was so needed. You know, there's something about a nap that really repairs everything, and it shuts off the monkey mind. And so after the day, when I've done my list and everything's accomplished, hopefully, I find that sleep is the one thing that is like the most important, that I will shut off my phone and I don't go to nightclubs and I don't party, you know, like by 10 o'clock. And there's something about that, like I actually find, like, if I do go out and I do have fun, it takes a while to kind of repair and kind of come back to life. So I find that sleep to me is like the number one thing I could never go without.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Mine too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you guys have to pick something else. You can't say the same thing.
Yes.
So, Chistoya, how do you keep the plate spinning?
Well, for me, this is something that I'm still learning to do.
Okay.
But with me, it's just surrounding myself with other entrepreneurs or other people that are also going through what I'm going through, and, you know, so we can be our own support team.
Absolutely. Having a team around you, we talk about that all the time, is building the right team around you. Lucy, that's what you help some of these young women with their businesses.
Yeah, and you've got to build your tribe. I have an amazing mastermind group, and I talk with them constantly, and they lift me up when I'm just having like a rough day. So yeah, tribe is so important. You know, and some days it's really hard to keep the plate spinning. Like, I have a 1-year-old, I've got a business, life, my husband is in the military and is gone 12 hours a day. Like, it's some days it's really hard, and I don't want to create that illusion of like, oh yeah, I just spin plates and like everything's great. No, it's hard. I find that sleep, having that support network, is so important. And as well, like, asking for help. Like, I could not live without my childcare provider. She's a lifesaver.
So important to ask for help. And I think that's a lesson you've helped me learn over the last year.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
So important. There really are. Las Vegas is a very unique city, and it has a reputation of being a very hard place, but I gotta say, and especially after October 1st, this community, if you ask for help, there are people who will help you here. And that's a great piece of advice for our viewers and people who are thinking about starting a business. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Someone will help you. Not everyone, but there are people out there who really want to help other people.
What I love about Vegas, actually, is that the fact that women work together so well when it comes to, like, when they say what they do or what they're involved in, and then they say, oh, I know someone you should meet. It's a very tethering.
We were just doing this in the green room.
Exactly. And so Lisa Chastain, just a little name drop there. But like, I find that women, and I don't know if it's like a social media thing or it's like, Now current is like women tethering together so well with empowering, motivating, and entrepreneurship like never before.
Yeah,
I don't mean to like, you know, push you out.
No, hey, this show's about your stories, not about mine. If I thought people would watch a show about me telling my story, I would just sit here and tell my story. But I want to pull this thread a little bit. I got a lot of questions, but I want to pull this thread because one of the things I've learned getting into business is that there are a lot of women's support groups, both formal and informal, and I think you all belong to some of the women's support group. The women's networking groups, the women's business associations. I don't want to call them support groups because they're more structured than that. But what are some of the groups you belong to where women business owners can get that support, maybe go ask for help if they need it?
So I'm actually really big in like online communities, and that's just how things have played out, having a 1-year-old and a business, and just, you know, I've been through a season where I've been at home a lot, and so I've had to lean on online communities. So Boss Mom was the first community that I really immersed myself into. I found all of my clients through that community. I found my mastermind, my business coach, my team members, everything. Yeah, cool. 25,000 people now. It's growing so fast.
So search for it. Not now. Mom. Watch the rest of the show. Boss Mom on Facebook. Yes. Okay, Shatoya, what groups are you in?
Right now, I started going to through Lori's group.
Okay.
Limitless. It's just started.
Limitless, okay. Lori Algieri, I don't think she's watching, but we'll give her a little plug because if there's a group in Las Vegas, especially a women's group, Lori's involved in it. So look up Lori Algieri on Facebook. I'll give her a little plug because she knows everybody and she connects everybody, men, women, all together.
So when I moved to Vegas, there was a mixer group that completely changed my life, and that's thanks to Yvette Auger and Cosmopolitan Connections. It's every Wednesday. It's from 7 to 9. It's at different locations, and if it wasn't for Yvette, she's the one who linked me up with a gentleman from KLAV Radio, and that's kind of how I started my broadcasting. So it's all word of mouth. It's all about who you know, but I think face-to-face, even though on the internet it's great to go live like you do, Lucy. But yeah, I find that my fitness team with my women, that definitely kind of centers in on business ideas to kind of, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? But ultimately, networking groups, Cosmopolitan Connections was the best. It's
a good group.
Awesome group.
It's a good group.
Yeah.
Businesses come with a lot of surprises. What's the biggest surprise you found once you got into business, Lucy?
Oh, probably just growing pains and being able to identify them. I've kind of been going through this lately. My business has grown a lot in the past year, and I sort of hit this point where things just felt a little bit harder, and I had to figure out with the help of my kind of support network that I was going through growing pains, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it's a good problem to have, right?
But it just like, it's hard to have that personal growth and that business growth and just sort of shift things a little bit and adjust and get ready for that. To move into the next stage as well, because you have that like the startup stage, the growth stage, the scaling stage, and like I'm really in that growth stage now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But like it's been a journey.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about support groups, so if you're looking for some help, start right here.
There we go.
I mean, not with me, start here. So, how about you, Shatoya? What was a big surprise to you?
Well, with me, I actually, about a year and a half ago, I did a career for door-to-door sales. So with that, I thought, okay, I'm a young woman. It's just going to be very, very easy knocking on someone's door. But actually, then I learned that people don't want to be bothered. So I had to learn how to communicate with people, and then also learn how to sell. So that was actually probably one of my biggest surprises so far.
Well, welcome, Alex Livingston. Haven't heard from you in a while, but thank you for watching the show. If you've got any questions for our group, Tracy's here too. Thanks for joining us. How about you, Michelle? What was one of the surprises? I mean, you've been involved in so many things. It's probably been a constant series of surprises as you've evolved through all the things you've done. But what's a big surprise you got once you started getting into business?
Don't be afraid to wear many hats at once, right, Lucy? Gotta be multitasking and wearing different hats at once. But one of the things I find is that don't be so hard on yourself, especially social media and comparing and all that stuff, but don't be afraid to take 2 steps back to take 1 step forward. Because I find with weight training, I really want to lift heavier and I want to go harder, but I find at the end of the day, like, I'm so worn out that I kind of have to be easier on myself to rest, repair, do the things that are necessary in order to go back and like really kick some ass. Sorry.
Nope.
That speaks to me so much, especially I've been calling like the growing pains, like going through a renovation. Like if my business was a house. Yeah. I'm like doing a renovation.
High five, I just got goosebumps.
Absolutely. It's so important to take those steps back, to do that self-reflection. And sometimes when you're growing really fast, you might be growing, you hopefully are growing in the direction you want to grow. You might be getting an opportunity to grow in a great direction you didn't think of, but sometimes you might be growing in a direction that isn't where you want to go. So speaking of growing in a direction we didn't want to grow, we're running out of time. So very quickly, tell everyone where they can reach you guys. Lucy, where can everybody reach you?
Best place is Facebook, facebook.com/the Lucy Cantley, on my website, lucycantley.com.
For me, if you guys want to Google my name, Shatoya Stressing, you guys can reach me there or call me or at our number, 702-952-2711.
And if you'd like to watch Michelle Davis Fitness, you can get more information right here every Thursday, 1 p.m. And you can also follow Michelle Davis Fitness on IG and on Facebook as well.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, you guys are all on there, so search for them there. It's good for their Google results. I'm Jason LeDuc from Evil Genius Leadership Consultants. This has been Geeks Are Sexy. Thank you for watching us on our business segment every month. We'll be back next month, and we have a different time slot next month. That's right?
We do. It's going to be every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m.
Okay, so set your
Thursday.
DVR, I guess, or whatever it is you do. Don't worry, I'll remind you. We'll see you next month. If you want to be on the show, let me know. We'd love to have you as a guest. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.